The Civil War's lasting grip on history. Believe it or not, the Civil War wasn't just a 4-year gory binge, 1861 to 1865, that killed some 620,000 soldiers. It also set up the U.S. for its long, complicated adolescence, complete with awkward growth spurts and identity crises that we're still living through today. Think of it as America's ultimate "you had to be there" moment. Except the sequel keeps playing on loop. Act 1. Reconstruction. The hangover after the party. Picture 1865. The war's over, the South's that friend who partied too hard, and Congress is rummaging for aspirin. White Southerners were like, freed black folks? Hard pass. So they cooked up black codes tougher than your college dorm's RA rules. Texas's Freedmen's Bureau even logged over 1,000 murders in 1865 to 66 for crimes as heinous as failing to tip a hat. Yep, really. Johnson's chill Reconstruction. President Andy said, "Sure, come back to the Union. Just ditch slavery, swear loyalty, and pay your bar tab, war debts." Congress face-palmed and unleashed radical Reconstruction, complete with military rule and the 14th and 15th Amendments. Black political glow-up. Suddenly, black Americans ran for office and won. South Carolina's legislature looked like a blockbuster employee party, mostly black faces. They built schools, fought discrimination, and generally terrified the old guard. White supremacist tantrums. Enter the KKK and friends. Night rides, whippings, the works. By 1877, federal troops bailed, Reconstruction died, and Jim Crow queued up for its turn on stage Wikipedia. Act 2. The constitutional glow-up. With a side of backlash. The war dropped 3 constitutional mic-drops. 13th Amendment, slavery, canceled. 14th Amendment, everybody born here is a citizen. Boom, equal protection. 15th Amendment, black men, start your voting engines. But plot twist, Southern states answered with Jim Crow laws that basically said, "Equal what now?" and promptly segued into a century of segregation. Meanwhile, the North got a power boost so dramatic you'd think it found the infinity gauntlet. For 50 years, not a single Speaker of the House hailed from the South, and ex-Confederate presidents were a century in the future. Act 3. Modern America. Spoilers from 1865. Polarization. The OG Civil War sequel. You think today's political smackdowns are intense? Welcome to 1860s Twitter, only with muskets. The same us versus them energy still fuels debates on federal power, states' rights, and, yep, race. Confederate bling. Love it or hate it. Hundreds of Confederate statues and flags still lounge in public squares, many erected during Jim Crow to remind folks who's boss, Wikipedia. Mississippi finally axed its battle flag in 2020, proving even century-old grudges can expire. Eventually. Racial wealth gap. Thanks, Reconstruction. Black families whose ancestors toiled under slavery still lag far behind in wealth, thanks to a century of legalized snubs, terror, and segregated schools. Monuments and memories. Those spiffy monuments weren't just history lessons. They were PR stunts recasting the Confederacy as a states' rights love fest instead of a slavery-fueled disaster. Takeaway. History's hangover. The Civil War ended in 1865, but its aftershocks are the reason your family Thanksgiving debates get so fiery. It turned "these United States are" into "the United States is," amped up federal power, and dropped constitutional bombs that reshaped society, only to have large groups vigorously uninstall the updates via Jim Crow. If there's one lesson, it's that progress isn't a straight line. It's more like a roller coaster designed by someone who hates you. Every emancipation and amendment came with a backlash, and the ride's still not over. So next time you see a Confederate statue or cringe at a polarizing tweet, tip your hat or don't. Just know you're part of an ongoing drama that kicked off in 1861 and shows no signs of an encore ending.